Hi, it's Edward, back with another video. Please take a moment to click the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your support. Today, I read an article on the Detroit Free Press, written by Susan Tompor, titled, UAW wants pensions restored as members worry if 401k will be enough to retire. I'll include a link to the article in the description below. I encourage you to read the full article to support the author and news source. As a private American citizen, I'd like to report and share my transformative thoughts through commentary regarding small sections of this article that are of public interest. According to the article, Patty Ellison, 55 years of age, knows only too well what kind of retirement her 401k plan at Stellantis could buy, and it isn't much of one. Patty has less than 1 year of annual salary saved in her 401k plan, while experts recommend someone at 55 years of age have 7 years of salary saved in their 401k. According to this article, Patty is doing her best to survive on the hourly wage that she is earning at Stellantis. She is renting a $2,000 per month rental and splitting the costs with 2 other employees from her work. I am not surprised that Patty has less than 1 year of salary saved in her 401k. This is so common these days. A lot of people right now are struggling just to survive. Many people do not have extra money left over to contribute to a 401k plan. Wages have not kept pace with inflation for many everyday Americans. Many everyday Americans struggle to pay overpriced rent. Many also have to worry about making some type of vehicle payment. They have to pay vehicle insurance, which has also gone up in recent years. People have to pay for fuel. They also have to pay for groceries to sustain themselves. They also have to pay for overpriced medical care. Many people can't even begin to think about contributing to a company 401k plan because they are doing their best just to cover their expenses on a monthly basis. Many everyday Americans aren't even covering their monthly expenses with the money that they earn. They rely on credit cards to bridge the gap. This may be one reason why we have over $1 trillion in credit card debt here in the United States of America, the highest ever on record. When money gets tight, a lot of everyday Americans swipe the credit card. That is their only option. Unfortunately, a lot of people do not have an emergency fund to rely on. In my opinion, a credit card is not the same as an emergency fund. At any time, a credit card company could reduce someone's credit limit or even close that credit account completely, which is something that was quite common during the 2008 Great Financial Crisis. At some point in the future, credit card companies may decide to limit risk. They may reduce credit limits for some everyday Americans. They may even close some credit card accounts. Getting back to this story, it is unfortunate that Patty was not able to contribute more money to her company 401k plan during the years that she worked at Stellantis. Over the past decade and a half, individuals with a 401k have often seen their balances swell. Decades ago, when these automakers offered pensions to their employees, people didn't have to worry about contributing to a 401k. The company took care of the retirement for the employees. The employees would reach an age where they could retire and they would receive a check for life. The UAW can bargain all they want to try to convince the big 3 automakers to bring back pensions for employees. But I'm here to tell you right now, this is highly unlikely. These long-term financial commitments is one of the reasons the big 3 automakers got into so much trouble during the Great Financial Crisis. I simply do not think any of the big 3 automakers are going to return to a pension system for employees, regardless of how hard the UAW bargains. According to this article, in a September 29 UAW negotiations update with reporters, Ford Chief Financial Officer John Lawler called the pension, known as a defined benefit plan, being requested by the UAW a plan of the past. He stated that only 12% or so of Fortune 500 companies offer that today. I also believe that is a plan of the past. It is simply not going to come back for employees at these big three automakers, in my humble opinion. I will be shocked if this ever happens. The article goes on to indicate, Lawler stated someone who joined Ford today with what's being offered in Ford's proposal could see $1 million in retirement money in 30 years. He noted, according to a transcript of that call, that 1 million figure assumes a reasonable return on those monies in the market and an average contribution by the employee consistent with what our employees are contributing today. This may sound great on the surface to some people, but $1 million 30 years from now is not going to have anywhere near the buying power that it has today. I decided to use an inflation calculator online. I entered in $1 million in 2023 and assumed an average inflation rate of 2.5%. The buying power of $1 million 30 years from now, in the year 2053, will be $476,743. Now keep in mind, someone will also receive Social Security benefits, assuming Social Security is still solvent 30 years from now. Today, in 2023, apartment rent is out of control. In a lot of large metropolitan areas, a studio or one-bedroom apartment can easily go for $2,000 per month. Guess how much a $2,000 apartment today would cost 30 years from now, in the year 2053, assuming we apply the same rate of inflation to the $1 million that we discussed earlier. A $2,000 per month apartment in the year 2053 would cost $4,195. I personally don't like the fact that the Ford Chief Financial Officer, John Lawler, talked about how someone could potentially have $1 million 30 years from today in a Ford 401k plan. It's almost like he's indicating that's a lot of money. And a lot of people think of the iconic $1 million as being a lot of money. Yes, you're a millionaire, but $1 million simply doesn't buy what it used to in the year 2023. 30 years from now, in the year 2053, it's going to buy far less. In my opinion, if someone is going to retire in the year 2053 with $1 million in a 401k, that individual better have a modest lifestyle and have a home that is paid off with low property taxes, low insurance, and low utilities. Otherwise, someone could still struggle in retirement even though they have $1 million in the year 2053, in addition to whatever they receive from Social Security. Maybe I'm off base here. What do I know? I'm just some guy on YouTube. Share your thoughts in the comment section below and let me know what you think. Please keep in mind, nothing in this video is retirement advice or financial advice. If you need advice of any kind, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I also want to thank all of my channel members. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.